Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming and welcome back to Transport Fever Truck Fever Edition, and in this episode we will finally get around to connecting up the final town on the map, which of course, for those who have been watching through the series, is the town of Gainesville over here. We had connected up Raleigh a long time ago in South Bend. We got to Athens, we got to Garden Grove, and then we went off this way and we completely avoided Gainesville. And, well, it's no longer avoided any longer. We have a few tram lines set up here. We have 4 RT lines, one going from here up there, RT2 going there, RT3 crossing, and then RT4 going this way. That coincides with, of course, the residential up here. We have industrial here, we have commercial here. We also, for those who caught it before I briefly covered it up, of course, is we have a rail station. Yes, indeed. This series will be, of course, as I've alluded to in the past, will be getting trains, although not the trains that you think we're going to be getting. Not those trains in particular. We will be running, of course, the M300, which I like, and which for this map I think will be perfect. It is a medium-sized map, 2:1 ratio. And I don't think, even if we were to run high-speed trains, I don't think they'd ever get up to speed. Unless we went from Tacoma to Wichita Falls and skipped Garden Grove in Athens, maybe. Or we did South Bend all the way to Thornton. Or we did St. Paul all the way to Salinas here. That's another possibility. So, yeah, about that. Anyway, off screen, I had spent a fair bit of time, as you can see, connecting up different stations to the different towns. I didn't connect any lines in between, just because I wanted to do that stuff on screen. And so we have a number of towns, and I don't know if you can hear it. It's a siren, and the siren is gone. So we have a few stops around the place. We have this train station. I think my intention, this is a terminal point. It is not a through station. We are going to have one line that runs from Salinas to Buffalo, up to Tampa, over here to Denton, and then skirting along the lake up to St. Paul. We will have another line. If we just check, yep, here there's yep, 2 stops. We will have St. Paul to Tacoma, up to Thornton. Over here in Tacoma, this is a through station with a spur off to Garden Grove. Garden Grove has a through station, which actually connects onto this. We will have, I think it's Tacoma, Garden Grove, Athens, and Wichita Falls will be one run. And then we will have Denton, Athens, Raleigh, and that's it. Because this doesn't extend off to South Bend. We have this little stretch. I was kind of, as you can sort of see, I was manipulating the train, trying to get this down to Wichita, but I don't really like that. I might run this instead up like this and connect onto here. So that's one possibility. Otherwise, yeah, this will run across here, connect onto there, and in through here. I wanted to do a lot of this work off screen just because it's a lot of hassle work and trying to get lines and all that set up, crossover with bridges. And I also was playing around with the flying junctions I featured off in the USA Free Play series. So we have one of these here. We can upgrade it if we want, and I don't know what's going on here. It looks like it's using the texture of the gravel roads for some reason. Like we could convert that to a street, but it's the old like cobblestone. So yeah, about that. And for some reason it likes to mess up the terrain here. and so I don't want to do that. I'll have to tear this out. I will have to find the settings, put a new one in, and yeah, if we were to, yeah, I would have to find all the same settings, and that, this mod, while great and while it does make some nice things, it's going to be a hassle to upgrade. It's going to be a hassle to replace. Plus, if we were to, say, replace this with catenaries, apparently it'll cost 852K just to add catenaries. Although with that said, can we... catenaries... it only costs 3.47K, although it will mess up the train for some reason. Why? Questions I have. Anyway, you can make reasonably decent flying junctions and crossovers if you want. If you spent enough time. Here's another one I built, and it's kind of also mediocre, but it kind of looks nice, although when the ground kind of comes in here and then this looks, yeah, it's not perfect. It'd be nice if it was perfect, but I've been playing around with these. There is another one over, actually, Raleigh has this bridge, and this is a bit of a hassle, and I didn't do anything for that. But yeah, I'm not sure if you have the time to spend on it and you want it to look nice and you're doing it for aesthetic reasons, sure, use these. And apparently it is a bus or tram station, so yeah, that's a thing. But the game is powerful enough that it can create bridges much easier now, so that's not as much of an issue. And I may remove the mod. I'll have to delete the assets, but other than that, there is one over here in, nope, not that one. It's over here in Tampa. Did I show this one off? But yeah, it's actually, what's the height of this? The height is, and yeah, there's just so many. The lowest height, and this road is a little bit lower, so yeah, there is that. I think I had put this in because I was having trouble with the roads, so about that, or getting a road bridge over there. I readjusted some of the stuff over here. We have the iron ore line coming directly into here. It has the, of course, catchment area to supply these truck stations, and this just, of course, frees up some of the roadway. I had to adjust a lot of this because there's like a medium street in here and it was slowing traffic and creating a bottleneck. So I had to fix that. There's a few other things I've fixed. Over here in Denton, Denton also got a little bit of a facelift. We have the station here, but other than that, we have 2 additional tram routes. We have this one here, which connects onto the station, as well as a quick one here to provide access into there because, of course, commercial and industrial here. All the residential is off over there, so that's a thing. So what I would like to do is get Gainesville up and operational. Right now we have nothing here. Although we have lines set up, we don't have vehicles. So what I would like to do is set up a road depot because we're going to need buses. And the buses come in over here. I also spent time connecting up the last few industries that were not connected up on the map, including this good factory here, this machine factory here, coal mill here, or coal mine here, forest over there. There is a goods factory over here, which has a road tunnel through directly into South Bend. I was considering bringing it around, and like, you know, then I'd have to bring the traffic in town, and that would just be too much of a hassle. What would be even better is just bring it directly to where the freight is, which is here, and it has catchment area, so it'll transfer no problem. Other than that, we do have an issue here with Tampa Oil. Its production is dropping, and actually the last time I checked this on another version of the save, it was at 0 production, and that has partially to do with the fact that there is a lot of fuel and other stuff waiting here. So what I am going to do is we are going to that does something a little wonky with the road, but we're going to add a few Freightliners to Buffalo Oil. Hopefully, where are you going? Yeah, please go to Tampa West. Yeah, we do not want production to drop on that. That is unfortunate, but there is a lot waiting. We have a lot sitting here. I did go through a reduction of the vehicles, but yeah, about that. What we want to do is buy some trams. We are going to buy the Skoda 10Ts and RT1, RT2, and RT3, and RT4. We are also going to buy road vehicles. We are going to buy the Wright streetcar. We're going to put it on 7P, and we are going to connect up the Freightliner Cascadia with the 7F line. Now, with that said, are there any goods I actually want to get set up to supply to the rest of the map? So I have this forest, this coal mine, this here. Actually, with this, bringing plastics into Gainesville would be very profitable, and bringing goods and machines and tools back this way would also be good, because the machines otherwise are coming from over here. So what I'll probably just do is just connect up the rest of the map, all the industries. So for now, we are going to buy road vehicles. We are going to Freightliner Cascadia to the Gainesville goods, and Freightliner Cascadia to the machines and tools. We are going to buy road vehicles down here because reasons. Buy a Cascadia. Wait a minute. Oh, bother. No, we want this to go to Gainesville Coal, which apparently has an inappropriate color. Coal should be black because reasons. We are going to buy another depot here because you can never have too many depots. And we are going to buy a Cascadia here to the Gainesville Forest. Those will run, of course, empty until they see the rest of the network has a connection out. We have this sawmill here. I did connect it up with a Wichita sawmill line. It goes all the way over here, and it'll be able to transfer over to this truck station, I think. Pretty sure, yep, that's good enough. So we can, of course, get that set up. We might as well buy another. We'll buy it here. Freightliner Cascadia for the Wichita Sawmill line. We are going to, of course, have to monitor those lines just to make sure that we keep up with the production. But I want to get those lines kicked off. Let's hit the play button. And we are just going to look at any other lines. Oh, yep. Denton RT3 and RT4. Where's our tram station? Our tram depot is right here. Nope. We are going to buy 3 of these for the RT3 line and 3 of these for the RT4 line. And so we have Denton covered. Raleigh buses. Oh, that's right. We do have a few new tram lines here. And I did run a few trams just to get them flowing. So what we have basically is, get rid of that. We have, take a look at the land use. RT1 goes from here down to here. RT2 goes from here up to there. And then RT3 goes like that. So that pretty much provides pretty good coverage. I think a little bit better than the loops that we were using. So what I would like to do is, let's road depot, tram depots here. We are going to buy a couple more for the RT1 line, a couple more for the RT2, and a couple more for the RT3 line. And now we are going to want to buses, Raleigh, and we are just going to specify these as unload all. Alright, so now what we are going to do is once the buses are emptied, like that one, like that one, that one, and so what we can do is we can retire that line. We can sell off that bus, and we can sell off that bus. 3 buses to go. If we can, we just want to get any final payments from any of the buses that are currently running. These just have 1 passenger. You know what? We're just going to sell them off. Passengers can find their own way. All right. Now, with that said, over here in Tampa, this has dropped to 0 production because we have a ton of stuff just sitting waiting. Yep, about that. Let's buy a couple Freightliners and add it to Buffalo Oil. I really don't want to add too many just because. Now with that said, most of the roads have been upgraded to 2-lane large country roads, which are of course 100 kilometers an hour, which of course the Peterbilts can take advantage of. It took a little while and I missed a fair few of such roads. What is the speed of these trucks on this kind of winding road? 56. Of course, with that said, it's a fairly steep slope plus, yeah, curves. .56. This one is 57. Seriously, guys. Alright about that. We have very little sitting here. Yeah, I should have checked these. They're all going the wrong way. really hate that. I really, really hate that. You buy them over here, you want them to go here. I really wish they would change the logic, or at least make the logic a little bit more clear. One theory as to where a truck goes is it always go to the first stop. Unfortunately, I've seen examples where that does not happen to be the case. So yeah, about that. Over here we have lots of goods sitting on RT2. RT2 is running currently the Ford Model 77s, and it is of course because they can now make a profit. Before we were losing a lot of money, $1.3 million, making 300 to 500K per year. This will slow down the speed of the line plus the ticket price. These are running a ticket price of 1.16K per unit per kilometer versus 626, so it's about half the price. Actually, it's a little bit more than half the price. But the benefit, of course, is that the trucks, they're 40 kilometers an hour in most cases. Like this truck here, like 46, 48. Oh, it got to 50, but then it had to slow down. It's getting up to 50 and then it has to slow down. So within town, you don't really want a truck that can do more than 40 or 50K. Even on these large roads, which if we take a look, yeah, the large streets and the extra large have a speed limit of 70 kilometers an hour. But with how the lanes merge off, you can't really take advantage of them. So they're big and bulky, but we could probably use a few more trucks on that line. So we are going to buy some road vehicles, Ford Model 77s. We are going to throw it on RT2. We are running the Freightliners on the Tampa transfer since it is from here up to here. But this one, this RT2 line goes to here and then over there. And I've done that on a lot of my local freight routes. I've converted them over to Ford Model 77s. They've actually turned a profit. On a lot of them, I'd be losing $500,000 or $1 million or $2 million. And it made no sense to actually run anything other than the Ford Model 77s. Please tell me that they went. They didn't. Come back to Upper Tampa. Come back to Upper Tampa. Come back to Upper Tampa. Yeah, up until the Ford Model 77 or the Studebaker, everything seems to run smoothly, and then you have the issue. You get up to the Peterbilt and traffic just bogs it down. Like even here, traffic's not that bad. So yeah, about that. Nope. Please do not. And there's not a save. Come here and pick up some goods. Speed up to speed 2. Yeah, these load and unload pretty quickly. That is, of course, their benefit. They are a fraction of the price. If we take a look at the Freightliner, its running costs are 71.7 as a base for 21 capacity versus 12.2K per year. So these are 6 times as cheap. They can carry less than half, and they have 2.5 times slower speed. But they make a profit on these particular runs. So yeah, that's the thing. Alright about that. Anyway, at this point in time, is there any other thing I want to check? Buffalo Sawmill 2. It's over here. Try to ship more items. Yeah, well, yeah. If we take a look at trucks. You are hauling. Why are you only? Oh. Seriously? Can I have you drop those logs off? Maybe? This is why we're not carrying enough goods. Nope. You're just going to drive all the way back to Tampa with 6 logs. You're going to probably drop them off here, and I will only get paid for there to there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to just remove Lower Tampa off the line. That will cause some issues there. And so what we are going to do is we're going to set up a new line here into here. This is going to be Tampa or RF Tampa planks. Although with that said, do I want to have them go into here? Do we need planks over here? No, we don't actually. We don't need planks over here, so we don't want them to come in here necessarily. We could use planks in that direction, although we have a sawmill there, so no. Fortunately, we have a sawmill here, so we don't want to flood them that way. Yeah, about this. Well, what I'm going to do then is we are going to small road off, I think. We are going to put a truck station right there, and we are going to put a large country road. Yep, I want to bring them into that cargo distribution. And we are going to upgrade that to a large. Although the town will probably convert this to a... Yep, we're going to do that. And so we are going to not bring it over there. We are going to bring it into... yeah, we're going to bring it into there. And now we are going to buy a depot, since apparently I destroyed my previous one. I think I had to remove it in order to upgrade the road, because of how it works. We're going to buy a road vehicle, Freightliner Cascadia. We are going to have this run on RF Tampa planks. And for reasons, I'm going to do some smoothing. Where did my... Oh, no, never mind. Okay, never mind. I want Tampa North to actually be here. We're going to get rid of that. There we go. And so we have lots of stuff accumulating here. We're going to buy another Freightliner. Tampa planks. One thing that's probably going to happen is that this is going to start losing goods, because how the game decides to route goods is that it will send goods to the cheapest place possible. Cargo prefers cheap, so if for whatever reason the forest can see a better route over to here, or even over to here than over to here, it will send the logs in that direction. So this line may dry up. I may have to give up on that line. I don't want to, but we'll see how things play out. And yeah, this one's already getting logs. Where are the logs? Did I actually... This has line usage. So yeah, it's getting logs. Let's buy another Cascadia for the Wichita sawmill. Even though we probably don't need the truck. There's the truck there. Yeah. We'll just increase its frequency because reasons. So yeah, the logs are going to find their way from here. And yeah, they're already finding a way over there. Yeah. Wow. Let's buy some for the Tampa planks line, which is no longer the Tampa planks line. It's basically the Tampa logs line to get log or yeah the planks over to here. I can see why. Basically, here to here is cheaper than over here to here. Although it has to go from here to here, over to here. Then I think on the slag line before it gets shipped up there. So apparently the game thinks this to here, over to here, up to here, over to there is cheaper than sending them direct to there. This place is probably going to see a decline in the potential because there's nothing I can do about this. And I, at this point, pretty much killed that line. Yeah, about that. Alright, about that. Anyway, at this point in time, what I'm going to do is end the episode here. Yeah, it's been hit or miss. Although with that said, you don't necessarily need to connect all industries. You don't necessarily need to utilize all industries. A lot of them will be kind of hit or miss as they are. Before we do, I just want to check one thing. Did I actually set these up? Yes, I did. I actually did. We have some logs here. We might as well add a couple Freightliners, Gainesville Forest, and we have a couple coal here. Let's add another Freightliner Cascadia before we wrap up for this episode. And so that is where this one here. Buy another Freightliner Cascadia for the machines and tools line. And we have logs. Yep, we might as well just buy another road depot over here. Buy road vehicles. 7F. Please tell me you are going to go there. No, no, you're not. Of course not. Why would you? Why would I? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, seriously. Why would I buy you over here if I... Yeah, anyway. At this point in time, I'm going to take a break here. I'm just going to remove some of the icons just because reasons. I like how the map looks with very few icons. Towns, how they develop, stuff like that. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this episode of Transport Fever, Truck Fever Edition. In the next episode, we will actually get going with the M300 lines. I just wanted to connect up Gainesville. I wanted to connect up some of the other industry lines, and then we'll see where that takes us. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this episode of Transport Fever, Truck Fever Edition. Thank you for watching. My name is Scott for SB Gaming, and as always, have a good day.